Alright, I'm prepared to be amazed.
Make sure you're ready. Who knows what we'll
Kind of.
find out there.
Hello. It's about to get
Alright,
real.
so
5, 4.
your comp, very close range except for your Sojourn here. Enemy comp.
3, 2,
Okay.
1. Attackers
I'm glad there's no Alara here because I don't know anything about her. Smile. You should probably be scouting right now, looking around, maybe trying to help your idiot and boop them away. I don't know if you're just AFK for some other reason. A good amp, probably would want to... Okay. Should be shooting as you cross there, or at least looking at the enemy probably, ideally. Like you're kind of just playing like a Zen right now, not a Lucio. You want to be getting in there a little bit more often. You can definitely boop that Bastion back in to make sure he dies. Okay, so you definitely should have been down here with your Sojourn as they were like, as she was kind of poking. So if anybody dives on her, you want to be able to boop them back. Like if you ever have a teammate that's kind of like pushing up and taking an angle, and the rest of your team's just kind of sitting here on the stairs not doing anything, then you want to be up with the person who's furthest up usually, so you can either boot people away from them, speed them back, etc. Just try to peel for them. So just you want to usually be positioned with the person that's furthest up when you're on defense. Once you make this cross here, you're kind of doing this thing. That's fine. Ideally, once you get to higher ranks, you want to be able to look at your enemy team as you're doing that. It's not a huge deal, but that would be ideal. And then you just kind of came back over here and you were just kind of shooting a little bit over here, poking in the corner. Like you're playing kind of like a Zen player. Like you're just poking, doing damage from over there. I probably would have continued around this here and then got to this window or something and try and like deny this high ground from them. And then if they push up here, you can boop them away or boop them back in or whatever. So like if you were right here, so if you did this wall ride right here, which is fine, and then you continued over to here, and then you were right here shooting this Doom in the back, and then the Doom tries to get out right there, and right when he goes to get out, you can boop him, and he dies there. Or he might die. At the very least, the Baptiste is going to have to use his lamp, which I think is already gone. But he would be in a much more dangerous position. Even if you hadn't booped him, now this Bastion's here. Now you can boop this Bastion because he's way overextended. This guy's giga feeding. So if you were standing right here, or if you just, even right now, it's still not too late. You see this Bastion here and you're right here. You see this guy out of position, you should immediately go up on the wall here and then boop him in. And then, dip in here if you need the health pack, or if you need to escape, go up here. Either one is fine, because you might take some damage crossing in front of their team like that. But honestly, they don't have a great angle on you. So if you just, right now, were to run at him and just boop him, you like almost confirm like 100% that he's going to die. So I think maybe you saw that. He does die anyways, because he was feeding. But it's that whenever you see that type of thing, you got to be trying to go for it. You can't assume your team's going to follow up on it. So I don't know about that boop, but it was not the worst. The amp was fine. Okay, but you're playing way too like in the corner, not really moving, not really doing a whole lot. So you're playing very, very defensively. Okay, so I would have gone for him. I would have been up here. But right here, since that didn't happen, you don't have to be that scared of the dynamite. Now that they've buffed Lucio's self-heal, he's a lot less squishy than he once was. So I realize you're 118 HP right now, and there's a Doom right in front of you. So backing up and amping is the right call, or rather amping is the right call. But I don't think you need to worry too much about anything else here. Like the Doom is not gonna like immediately one tap you from right here probably. So you can just wall right up on this as you heal yourself and go over there. You could go over here. You just want to split the enemy's attention because right now you guys are all in like a little funnel. You're all right there. Their whole team just stares at this door and they all just shoot at you as you come out. So you need to split their attention. So if you leave, go up to this window here, that's fine. Going over here would probably be pretty dangerous. You'd probably just die. But you can go up to that window. Or you could even back up all the way and go back around this way. And then come out over here and hop on the Mercy, make the Ashe look at you. Something like if the Mercy and Ashe are both staring at you over here and you don't die, like you've taken 2 people out of the fight and most of their damage because like now you just have a Baptiste and a Doomfist looking over there because the Bastion's dead. So that probably turns this fight for you guys, I think. And also your Sojourn is over here, so it would be good to help heal for her as well. But regardless, you can't just sit in one spot and like have them tunnel all their damage through a small doorway. Like you can back up, and right here when you backed up, if you were going to back up, you should continue to back up and go all the way back around. I wouldn't have pushed back out when you're being stuffed in there by a Doomfist and an Ashe Dynamite, all that stuff. So just you want to try and create some angles and make sure they're not all staring at the same spot. It's probably an L now, but it's whatever. You guys can regroup. Probably, maybe. Okay, so I'd get up on high ground here. You just heard the Ashe use her coach gun, which means that she's going to be on high ground. So you could, I think you could have caught the wall there and lived. So, but right when you hear the coach gun, and you know the Ashe is like getting up on everyone's face, right? She's trying to go hard on people. You know that she's going to push up and try and kill people. And when she does that, a lot of the time, one of the best spots is right here, especially because you guys are on the stairs. So she's almost definitely going to use her coach gun and come up here. And that is one of your jobs, is to be ready for that. So you should probably be sitting like right on this wall right here. And then when you hear her use her coach gun, you peek right over this and boop her right back down. And then that takes a lot of the pressure off your team and just stops her from getting quite as much done. But also when she threw Bob at you when you were right here, I don't think you should have backed up over here to begin with because you should have been going up here to boop her. But regardless, once you did back up over here, she threw Bob at you. Up here, I think you could have latched onto the wall here and got over here and lived. But since you landed and then died, I think that's why it was an issue. But I think when you were in the air here, right there, I think you could have hit the wall. Maybe not. You might have been too far. At that point, it might have been too late already. Regardless, just regroup. It's not a huge deal. But I think you could have stopped that if you were ready for the boop on the Ashe on high ground.
Maybe I'll try something different this time.
Yeah, your team really does need to regroup here, though. That was a good kill. I would just make sure you... Yep. You should have swapped back to heal there to make sure you heal yourself a little more. And you just kind of amp speed when your team wasn't really moving. You should help her up there. She needs to be sped back. Okay, well, your Ana's dead. You could have gone for the cancel on the res there, but right now your Ana's dead, so you really gotta be paying attention to the rest of your team here and how you're gonna win this fight. So she drops down here. She's alone, right? You have a Widowmaker now. You don't really have like a close range comp anymore, so you can't just like run them over with a Junker Queen. You kind of can, but not really. You're much more poke central, and also your McCree is still coming back from spawn. So it's gonna take, like, I don't know, it's gonna take a little while for this to go anywhere. This is not, this has gotta be new. This little animation for Baptiste's thing. Okay, interesting. Anyways, she's feeding, is what I'm trying to say here, your Junker Queen. So she needs you to be down here to help her out, or to get in voice and say, hey, chill, we're regrouping, because your team's staggering right now. And right now, so you're down your Kree, and your Ana is about to get picked, and then so then it's just you, Junker Queen, and Widowmaker versus all of them, except for their Doomfist, which you just murdered. So it's 4v3, so not in your advantage here. But right here, when she's pushing like that, and she's already a little weak, I'd probably be up there with her, maybe up on the wall here. This is a good spot right here, trying to take some view from them. Euron is very died. So right here, okay, you traded back one, and right there when you hear them kill the Ashe, I think this would be a good time for you to co-up on this wall here and boop her, and then immediately amp speed backwards and get out. The McCree's probably going to stick you with his nade, but it's fine. Because literally all you got to do is you hit her, boop her out of it, which you don't have to get that close. Probably right here is fine. You're going to probably hit the wall, get one bounce on it. The McCree's going to stick you with his nade, and then you'll lose wall climb, and then you're back around the corner. And then he would have to run and do your Junker Queen and probably die to finish you. So I think you can cancel that res probably. But regardless, once you hear the, like, you're already losing this fight, right? So just in general, whenever, like, as a general rule of thumb, when you're losing the fight and your team's taking the fight anyways, your team needs a hero right now, okay? They need a hero to save their pathetic lives, and by that I mean they need like a hero play. Somebody needs to make a play that takes this fight that is not in your favor and turns it in your favor. You can't do that without taking a risk. So just have a count in your head of like, okay, we're 3v4, we're 4v4 or whatever, and if your team is not in an advantage, so if you're either at a disadvantage or even, but especially if you're at a disadvantage, that's when you go for riskier plays. Because right now, this fight is lost, I think. Or, it's winnable, but it's like, your team is not, they don't have an advantage, and because of that, you need to get them an advantage. So you take risks to try and get that advantage, and if you die, it's not the end of the world, because you were probably going to lose this fight anyways. So if you do something a little risky, a little frisky, and McCree hits you with the nade, and then you end up caught out and you die, not the end of the world. You probably were going to lose the fight anyways. But if you go for that play and you get it off and you make it so the Ashe is no longer rezzed and now you are even, soon to be up one once your McCree gets back, then you might just win this fight off just that boop. So just as a general rule, as I was saying, when you're down or even, but especially when you're down, go for a play. If you're even, you might go for a play, but you're playing a little safer. If you're up, you're just making sure that you're contributing, you're doing damage, and you're not dying. But right here, you're down, so you need to, or you're gonna definitely be down if you don't stop this res. So you need to stop the res there, I think. You might have been able to do it with just the speed boost there, but you could have done that for both. That was a decent ult with your, from your, Junker Queen there, which actually might just be enough to win this fight. But right there, when she does ult there, so you should be speeding, you should be hauling ass in there, because you know that people are, first of all, focusing the hell out of your Junker Queen, but also people are going to be purple. So you see this BAP in the back, he's almost half HP in purple. You should int onto this guy's face right now, is what I think you should do. You should just hop on this shit. Everybody's staring at your Junker Queen. They're all kind of scared. I would just haul ass at this guy. He's kind of isolated. And I would just boop him back even further, and then just eat his ass, is what I would do. And I think you probably kill him if you do that. And then if you don't, you're Lucio, just leave. Alright, you wanna... Oh, no way. That was a nice try to save on the McCree there. Still winnable. Nice. Nice job going back to Peel there. I'd push up more now that your team is all full. You want to deny that high ground on the Ashe there. You should be waiting on the wall when she does it again, because she's about to. Yep, there it is. So when you see the Ashe doing that stuff, you need to be ready to, like, she's going to just keep doing it over and over again because everybody's letting her do it. You should not be jumping right there. He should have died. So yeah, you need to be making sure that, like, you're seeing the angles that the DPS, enemy DPS is abusing over and over and over and over again. And you're like, oh wow, maybe she's going to do that for the 4th time in a row. And you need to be ready to stop it. So right here, you just got headshot by the Ashe and then you immediately peeked again. If she's not bad, right here, you're dead. So right here, I think she was shooting at you, and you should have died if she was better. Yeah, she's aiming at you. So you definitely should not have peeked there after the headshot. You wait a second. Okay, anyways. So yes, you want to boop her off the high ground though, is what you want to do here. I don't like that amp, that was not good. Backing up is fine there. I would have saved amp for your Junker Queen though, if you were going to amp at all. Okay, so here you need to be focusing on getting the Ashe off the high ground, or just contesting her or something. Just making sure she's not just shooting at your whole team for free up there. However, she seems to have dropped off the high ground like a weirdo, so looks like you'll be fine. Okay, so here you need to be thinking about your beat. You haven't used it yet this game, but it's fine. You didn't any like amazing opportunities to use it up until now. But this fight for sure, you need to be thinking about using your beat, and also you need to be thinking about in the mid game to deny high ground from their Ashe, who is now a Widowmaker. So in between rounds, this is also when you should be holding tab. So you should notice that they've swapped. I don't know if you did.
I'm with you.
But I would probably be sitting, because like your whole team's holding up here again. So right here, I'd be on this wall again, and I'd be waiting for their Ashe or their Widowmaker or whoever to come up here, and then you can bully them, push them back down, whatever. Or you can sit right here, or you can sit right here and just not move. And then same thing when their Ashe or Widowmaker hooks up here or does whatever to get up here. Instead of booping them back this way, you can just like do a drive-by wall ride and then just go boop and boop them into your team, and now they're like standing out here with their dick in their hand and your whole team's staring at them. So that you can make them feed like that. That's another good spot to sit right here. But regardless, the point is you need to be up a little further and ready to deny them the space that they're trying to take and the angles they want. When you see a Widowmaker hook up like that, or hear it, because you should be able to hear her grapple most of the time, you should immediately look at the ground and do a little spin, probably, or something like that. Because like right there, you hear the Widow shoot. You know they have a Widow now, or you should, because you see the line here of her shooting. Right here, the hook. When you see her fly up like that, you should definitely like look at the ground or do something like that. It was early on the amp there. Very early on the amp there. I think you could have maybe saved a teammate with that. But regardless, you're playing very, very reactionary on your... I'll probably leave now. Yeah, so I probably would have left a little bit earlier, and then like reset, and then come back and touch last second. And then probably beat for it even at the end there, and your team probably would have been able to touch. And I think you probably could have won that because you were the only one left out there. So if you did the crazy Lucio stall that I know that you're capable of in your dreams, then you can definitely have stalled that. Okay, so right here, unlucky. Yeah, sometimes you just get clicked on.
Stops for no one.
Okay, so I'd speed your team back right now. Just leave her, she's dead. Leave her, it doesn't matter. And then make sure you don't get picked here because they do still have walls. Yep. So you just back up into spawn even. Like just don't peek, make sure your whole team's backing up and not feeding one at a time because they are. Okay, so here, you definitely need a beat here. You're down one. Not looking great for you, so your team definitely needs the beat here. That was actually a really good punch for you to get them in there. Make sure you break the thing. Nice, huge. You should still be in there though, because they're all so weak. Okay, should have amped heals there, not speed. They were all dead, if you're going to amp at all. So in here, you get high ground again, and you think, okay, what angles is their Widowmaker going to take this round? So, probably like right up here on these. She's probably going to be like right here. So it would be good for you to maybe sit down around this corner right here. So when she hooks up here, she doesn't know. Or alternatively, right here, so she hooks up and walks over this way and doesn't see you. Regardless, you want to try and assassinate the Widowmaker or wait and like make it so she can't just take any angle she wants. And it's a lot easier for you to close the distance before she's sitting there than it is after. Alternatively, if you like say that she's already up there or whatever, then I'd probably come up here and she might get a shot off on you here, but you can go up here or you can go around back through here if she's up there. But and then hit her from over here. But regardless, you just want to make it so she can't just stare at your whole team and also get you in the crosshair. And you want to stop her from being in a good spot. So right here, not a good spot to be. You don't want to be having a long-range duel with a Widowmaker. You definitely need to be getting up there. She did just hook to right where I was saying, so if you were waiting there, you'd be waiting there to ambush her right now, which would be quite good for you. The Genji might be there too, but regardless. But she's denying a lot of space right now, and you're just too scared sitting in a corner, not contributing anything at all. The only thing you're contributing right now is your 15 heals per second, you know, aura heal, which is like, okay, why are you playing Lucio then? Like, that's not, like, if you're going to hide in the back, that's not really ideal for Lucio. So you got to be taking more aggressive angles and denying angles and getting him to look at you at the very least. You need to be going in with him right now, amping. You need to boop him. Nice. Nice. That was a little sloppy at the beginning there. You panicked, used the boop, and used the amp, so you weren't able to just immediately boop the Genji right after, because like ideally Genji uses his blade, and then right after he uses his dash, you boop him, and then he can't secure a kill. That's the ideal. Obviously, you couldn't do that, but you did end up booping him near the end there, which is good. So here, I'd get up on the high ground again, maybe. Okay, you want to go in and get on the Mercy there. You could have maybe booped her back in if you were up a little further or faster. So here you should either stay where you just were on the high ground there because your team's still up here, or you should get to the spot I was talking about earlier on the other high ground, like directly above you where you are right now. But regardless, you want to get up there and stop them from having those angles with their Widowmaker and whoever else. The Widowmaker did just go up there, I believe. She is up there. So she's getting free shots on your team again. Swap to speed for your McCree there for sure instead of heal. Boop him back out into it. Okay. A little slow there. It's a decent beat. It was actually pretty good. I probably would have continued to focus the BAP there, not the Bastion, but it's fine. Because your monkey was still on the BAP and he would have finished him a lot faster if you were helping there. So definitely target prioritization there. The Baptiste was really weak. You gotta make sure you're continuing to focus him, and especially just try to focus the same target as your monkey. It's just always a good thing to do. You're up 2, you should be speeding in and going in, getting some stuff. Right after that Bastion is done with his thing, right here's a good time to speed. Right now, he's over with his turret form. Okay, just stay on speed here during that. That's good. I would amp speed and just run at him. There you go. Well, okay, once he does that, it's just good to run past if you can. Like, if you're fairly close like that to the Baptiste ultimate, you can just run straight at him and get straight through the thing before he can really do any damage or any of his teammates can do any damage. So just run straight through him, and then it's like, okay, now he has to like walk through your whole team just to shoot through the thing, which you can't do for obvious reasons. Those reasons being the bullets coming out of your gun and hitting him in the face. So the beat usage wasn't great. It wasn't terrible though. You did use it. That second time was actually pretty good, and both of the beats on last point weren't that bad. They were pretty decent, and you got 2 on that point. The second point, you definitely could have got one off and done that stall a little bit better. I think that's one of the main things that I see semi-consistently that you don't do that well in games like this is stalling with Lucio, and rather than just stalling, more just disengaging. Like, you tend to, like, when you jump on somebody to attack them, you're just all in on that shit. and like you need to be more of like a, you're fighting them, you're shooting them, they're shooting you, but like at any moment you're ready to leave. Like you don't just like jump off the wall and like AD in front of them and punch them in the head. Like that's the play sometimes for sure, but you that's like the only play that you have when you dive somebody is like you're on them alone, no longer on a wall, standing on the ground. So try and do a little bit more of like a drive-by, shoot them a couple times, boop them, leave, come back, do it again, like that type of thing, especially when they still have their cooldowns, because like a lot of people are going to expect what you usually do, which is to, just jump on them and boop them and get in their face, Reddit Lucio style. But like, especially like if it's an Ana or something, they're going to expect that. So they're a lot of the time they're going to just throw their cooldowns immediately because they think you're just in. So if you just go in and then you like almost just drive by on the wall, shoot a couple times, then bounce away, and like the Ana uses their sleep or uses their nade, or the soldier drops his healing pod or uses a rocket, or Kree tries to throw his nade and misses or whatever. Like the point is, go in once, get out some abilities, come back 3 seconds later. Like you're fast as fuck, you're Lucio, so you can do that kind of stuff. And I don't really see you doing that very much. And the main thing with this game in particular, there's only been a couple times where there was an opportunity to do that, but the main thing with this game in particular is be more aggressive. Think about the sight lines the enemy's DPS is trying to take, especially when they have snipers like Widowmaker and Ashe and stuff. Like okay, where do they need to stand? Because Widowmaker has a pretty long cooldown on her grapple. Like if you literally just sit there up on the high ground, you don't even have to kill her. You can, because she's pretty easy to kill as Lucio, but you don't have to kill her to get value. All you got to do is stop her from taking the sightline she wants. Keep her on the low ground. Keep her like just make her look away from where she's trying to look. So just, you can't just hide in the back when they have a sniper. So like she'll be on high ground and you just flank around on the right side, shoot her in the side of the head, and now she's like, oh shit, I gotta make sure I'm looking for this Lucio, and then she sits there staring at the left side and you're gone. Or either way, even if she is staring at the left side and you aren't gone and she's still there and you're just peeking in and out or whatever, that every second that she's looking at you is a second she's not shooting at your team, and you're getting value there. And but regardless, even like, so she hooks up to the high ground, and if she's not thinking about you waiting there, which she probably won't be because she's diamond, she's just gonna hook up and click on the things. So if she's not thinking about you waiting there to boop her down, she'll hook up, get booped down, and then she can't even get back up for the next 12 seconds. They've changed the hook cooldown a couple times, so I can't remember. I think it's 12 seconds, maybe 10, 8, I don't know. They've changed it a bunch of times. Anyways, the point is her hook cooldown is fairly long. So if she tries to hook up there and you boop her down immediately, she's kind of just cucked out of anything for the next 8-10 seconds until she gets her cooldown back. So you want to try and, like, I remember as me playing Widowmaker, I'll hook up on high ground. If I'm not thinking about the enemy Lucio, he'll boot me right back down, and then I'm just sitting there and I can't do anything. I just have to wait for my hook cooldown again. And then it's like, okay, well, now I gotta walk up there like some kind of plebeian or something. So then I walk up there, Lucio's still there, and then I finally force him out, and then he boops me, and then I hook back up, and then I force him out, type thing. But if they just use the hook immediately, then like they're very vulnerable. If they're not getting pocketed, you can just straight up kill them most of the time if they've wasted the hook. So same with Ash's coach gun, Widow's hook. When they use that, like, you need to be sitting there thinking, okay, where are they going to go? And you need to be waiting to cuck them out of it and make them sit on the low ground like a weirdo every time they do it.
Iggy would love that.
Iggy would love that if you did that. I can confirm that too.
5, 4, 3,
This beat will heal
1.
you up.
Attackers incoming.
Okay, should be starting on speed here. It's good. Probably want to get the high ground left side, heal your monkey a little bit, and then go in, or just go in general. At least peek and do some scouting. Okay, so they have a Ramatra. You have a Tracer, so you need to be probably playing a lot more aggressive than you are, just in general. Like, you're not doing any scouting here. You're literally, once again, playing like a Zen. You're terrified. So, you don't know what they have right now. if you walk out and get one shot by a sniper, not the end of the world. You're not on defense. It's fine. So you should definitely be peeking right now. You should probably already be going either with your tracer or just straight back here and come around and like shoot at the enemy from here, get them to look at you, and then help your teammate get through the choke that way. Because you're not playing a comp that's like needs you to speed them through the choke, right? Like your monkey is going to jump through the choke. Your tracer is going to teleport through the choke. The only people on your team that can use your speed like that is Ana and your soldier, and they really don't need it that much either. They kind of need it, but like if you're not speeding your whole team, it's really not that useful to like speed through the choke. So the other way you take it, you get through the choke, is you relieve the pressure on the choke by flanking and shooting at them and getting them to look at you, splitting their attention. So if you go this way, you go around, you get right here. I don't know if I'd shoot right away, but maybe you do. Maybe you shoot right away. If they see you, you shoot a little bit. They look at you. They start running over here, and then your team goes in, and they all collapse. Alternatively, if they don't see you, maybe you walk up a little closer. You go, because you heard the Symmetra shooting her orbs over here. So like, oh, they have a Symmetra. That means they have turrets, right? So you're like, okay, and you come over here. You get on the wall, and you come up into this window here, and then you break the turrets. And then you shoot at them a little bit, and they're all like, "Oh, get the Lucio, he's feeding, whatever." And then they all start coming back for you. And then your monkey and tracer go up and combo on someone, or your tracer will come back around here probably, and she'll be attacking somebody, and then you can go and help assist with that. The point is, you need to be way more aggressive. You can't be all the way over here, just sitting here behind a wall, not even peeking. Like, I don't know what we're waiting for here. Like, are you waiting, like, oh, maybe there's still Doom. Is he going to dive in? Like, I mean, whatever. Like, you're on attack. You need to be more aggressive here. Okay, definitely speed in here. Definitely speed in here. You just want to be helping your monkey when he goes in on stuff like that. Like, I realize you're like, oh, maybe there's someone up here. Like, cool. But help the monkey a little bit. Like, go up here. Take whoever the weakest target is, the squishiest, boop them back in, and then go back in, something like that. Or whoever is, if your monkey's about to die horribly, boop them away, speed them out, something like that. Also, I do see a lot of you trying to like jump straight up a wall, like you need to have, I know you know this, but you need to have lateral movement to jump off the wall. So you need to like go around the corner or something. Like, don't just try to just look straight up and jump. It looks kind of derpy, and it didn't work out. And that's why it's failing a lot of the time, is because you're just trying to jump straight up the wall. So use like two walls, like jump between these two, or jump around the corner, or whatever, just to make sure you have some lateral movement. But regardless, you need to be going in with your monkey there. If you're going to be playing over here, you need to be going in with the monkey. But I think you probably should have been a lot earlier and been with your tracer, even though she fed horribly now. But now that your tracer's dead, you want to be with the monkey. But I would have started this fight differently, probably. Okay, so now you need to be leaving. Okay, so your tracer's flanking left again. It'd be cool if you went with her. Or if you just went alone, it doesn't matter. The point is you just don't want to hard force this choke. Okay, well now that you're up, now you can. Group her away, that's fine. Get more aggressive here. Your team is up. You need to be getting in there. You need to be in there with your monkey when they're shooting at them. They can't shoot at both of you. You're not doing anything right now. Okay, go on the Mercy. Yeah, like that whole fight, you were kind of just dicking around behind the truck over there, like just kind of waiting to go in, and like you're like, I wonder what I should do. And, like as your team like shit on them and carried you. So make sure you're participating in the fight. Like especially when your tank goes in, you should go in because you're either taking stuff off of your tank. That was a decent boop. You probably should have just left clicked and then booped. You probably would have just died. You can die there, 100%. Nice. But regardless, when your monkey goes in, or anyone that goes in, you can get on them. So here, you want to get him to use his like his turret form, and then just leave, and then come back in a second when it's gone. I probably wouldn't have left there. I would have kept harassing him. He doesn't have self heal, Like, he's a Bastion, right? So, like, he was alone. His healers weren't with him yet. He's still half HP right now from what you just did to him, right? So just go back and look at it from his perspective. Like, he is fucked if you push him. So, like, where's this? So the Mercy's not with him. He's alone. You're harassing him. Okay, he got you to half HP. You got him to half HP. You're a healer, right? He's alone. You're already back at full almost. So if you peek him again, if you run at him, he's dead. So you should be running at this Bastion right now. You literally just like let him get to his healer and get healed. Your Tracer's on him too. Like he still dies here. So like somebody cleaned up your kill. You could have done that by yourself 100%. Like when you see a Bastion out on his own, this isn't the old Bastion that can hold right click and run around and he just heals himself all day. Like he is so squishy and he has no self heal. You can just tickle him to death. So definitely you should run in there right now, I think, and boop them back. So you see the ram is up here, right? And then the rest of the team is right there. If you ran in there and booped them back and then ran in after him, and now the ram is like separated and he's fighting 3 people and you booped his heals away from him and they can't really get him. So I probably, right when he was doing that, I would have come in here, booped, and then gone through this doorway here because you see the Kree there, you don't want to stick around. That was decent. Okay, want to speed your monkey here, help him get people that he's shooting at. He was going on the Mercy there, so you probably should have, but it's whatever. Decent going in and helping though. Even just taking shots from the Bastion right there is still good. You don't need to be quite that scared of the Kree when you're 156 HP. He does 140 on a headshot. So be a little scared, but you don't need to be like terrified or anything. This guy can 100% die with you in the Tracer. Okay, you can also die. Okay, your team's all dead. That was decent though. You pushed them all back to spawn. You were pushing the cart basically the whole time. Like that was still decent. Even though you lose there, you guys got good distance out of it. So this fight, you probably just want to run at them and yeah, you probably just want to run at them and use your beat. So you're waiting for your soldier now. So probably just chill. You could even go like back cap and make sure the payload doesn't like fall back too far while you wait for your soldier to get back. I'd probably run up these left stairs and push them off the high ground. Would be really good with your beat. Like if you had your whole team do that, or if your Orissa's going on the right side, it's fine to go that way as well. You just want to be together. Either way is fine, but you want to push them off the high ground. Your Orissa's very dead because she was just kind of standing out in the open. It's an interesting tactical visor. Okay. So we're kind of just doing a whole lot of nothing here this whole time. Like this whole time, the cart's just slowly rolling back. Your team's just regrouping. Like Eurus is being a brainlet, but like you could maybe touch the cart, and then somebody would have to drop to come deal with you. You just run away, and then you do it again, run away. Like just split them. Make it so like they're not all just shooting at your team the whole time. You don't just have to sit here and wait for your team to do something. You can do something. Right here would be a good time for beat. Okay, I think that would have been an excellent time for speeding in and beating. Okay, it still would have been a good time for a beat there to save your Orisa. Like you definitely could have just run at them and beat it right there and killed them. So now they're split. You see that there's 2 of them on low ground, 2 on high ground. Where the heck is the other one? Oh, 3 on low ground. Didn't see him because I'm blind. Anyways, the point is, since they're all low ground here, I think you should go on this BAP in the back. He's like alone. So if you just here, get on this guy, and then you maybe even boop him back, like that creates a lot of space, and you might even kill him. And then, I mean, if you don't, you can just run away. But regardless, you create a lot of space there. He's kind of isolated. You're kind of just jumping around hoping you don't die. Okay, so now you have Reinhardt, so your speed boost is going to be a much bigger part of it. You just speed around the Rhine and the Reaper.
Maybe I'll try something different this time.
I mean, that's kind of how it was with the Orisa too. The guy just clearly doesn't play Orisa very much. Okay, well your team is down 3. Time to leave again. But you just gotta get in there and use your beat. Like 3 fights ago would have been really, really nice. You probably would have another one by now. Alright, but get up on the high ground, boop somebody down, isolate them, beat. It'd be cool. Okay. Okay, beat would be good here. Preferably before you die, but hey, you know. Don't let him out, boop him back in, nice. Beat here, for sure. He can die here. Beat here. A little late, but he can still die, he can still die. Nice. Winnable. Speed in. Amp speed, don't let the Mercy out, or the Kree, he's antied, you can kill him. You should be going in there, you shouldn't be trying to play Sniper Lucio. You should be in, like really deep in. You're still just playing Zen with a really weird Lucio skin. This is what you should have been doing the whole time. Like when you're up, you don't just like sit in the back and poke them to death. Like you need to be in that bitch, especially when you're playing Doomfist or Monkey and you're diving. You need to be going in hard because you were up. You were up like 2. They were trying to run away. Get in there, boop them. Don't let them leave. So you should be pressing tab, thinking, okay, are they going to swap anything? They didn't, but you should be still pressing tab just in case. Probably be up there with your guys. I probably wouldn't amp that, and Urana was healing him, but it's whatever. Okay, so right here, after the Bastion uses his turret form, now's a good time to go in. They just used a bunch of abilities. Your Tracer's dead, but it's whatever. You're playing way too far back, but you're up a tank, so it might be winnable. That was a good amp. Okay, you need to back up. I would have taken a turn there instead of trying to just go straight across them. You did not have to leave there that way. You were feeling pressured. They were pretty far from you. You really didn't have to kill yourself there. So there was 2 different times where you gave them a chance to kill you here. So the first was right here. Not here, sorry. Right here. You're about to leave. But right here. This jump right here, where you went this way, that is giving them a really good chance to kill you if they had good aim, instead of just going like that, and now you're safe. So you don't need to freak out and just haul ass in a straight line. Just turn right here, they can't hit you. And if they try, you're already gone. You're up here, you're in the ceiling, or whatever. Or you run this way is fine, I guess, but they can probably maybe see you a little bit. But ideally, you just get on these stairs, they can't see you, you come up here, you're totally safe. There's no fucking way they kill you up there. So that's the first time that you allowed them a chance to kill you. Now, right here, they're still pretty far away. You're also a healer, in case you weren't aware. So you don't have to leave. You can sit here until you are full HP. You are 90, right? Anna hit you with 1. You just left with 90. You weren't even half. And you were like, time to run in front of their whole team. Like, you could have won, stayed there until you were full HP, and you're like, oh no, maybe they're too close. Sure. Maybe. But you still would have had a better chance than 1 HP. But even better than that, even better than that option of healing full and then trying to do what you just did, there's a door right here, dude. Like, just need I say more? Okay. Anyways, the point is, you're just giving them chances to kill you when you really didn't need to. You definitely could have got out there alive. You had 2 different chances right there where you could have got out.
60 seconds remaining.
My ultimate is charging.
Okay. Okay, he's out there doing his thing, and you guys should probably go run at him and kill him, or run on their team here, either one. Yeah, just amp in, kill everyone. Just amp in. You should definitely be amping speed. And now you back up and kill the Kree. Now you back up and kill the Kree. Still speed. And you back up and kill the Kree. Okay, well your Tracer pulse bombed him, but the point is your team killed their team. That was good. Basically, when the Kree splits like that and he's behind you, you guys did do the right play. I don't know if somebody was calling it, but the point is, it doesn't matter which one you kill. You're Lucio. You just speed into half their team that's split. So they had 3 on this side and 2 in the back. You guys sped into the 3 of them, killed them. Excellent. That's exactly what you need to do. So you either speed into the 3 in front of you or you speed into the 2 behind you. But you speed in fast enough that they can't come to assist before you get kills. And then you're up, and then once you just decimate one half, you turn around and kill the other half. So here you definitely need to be using your beat pretty soon here. I'd be up a lot closer than you are. You're playing pretty far back. You're playing Zenyatta again. So I would probably be like right here would be pretty good, or up in this, or just on the door or whatever. Like you want to stuff them in the door and boop them back in, stop them from getting out, help your team to stop them from leaving and bait out some abilities before they're even out here. Something like that. You want to be really, really close, like stuffing them in there so they can't get out. Here you should probably be beating, because I saw a crit and that was your Tracer. I probably would have beat it a little earlier, but it's fine. Decent job soaking up abilities, but now you're very died. Winnable though. That was decent. But yeah, you just need to be a lot more aggressive in a lot of situations. Like, I realize you're getting to higher ranks now, and you're like, oh no, people are scary, and they click on me. But like, you need to think about what angles they can take, where they want to be, and like hit them from an unexpected angle. Don't just play really, really, really far back and try to tickle them to death. Because like, if you're gonna do that, you swap to Zen. You don't play Lucio for that. So if we're gonna play Lucio, you gotta play like a Lucio player. So get up in their face a little bit. Not always, but like just deny them high ground, split their attention. It's basically just split their attention and deny them angles that they want to take. Okay. Otherwise though, that wasn't too bad. The beats are getting better, I think, for sure. You are using them. Not always, but like I can tell that like you're thinking about it. And like there's been a couple times where you threw out a beat and I was like, hell yeah. Like he did the thing. So it's definitely an improvement over where it was on the ult front. But I mean there's still improvement to be made there as well. But I think the ult front is less of a problem than it was. I think it's more the mid game and you like playing like really, really conservatively, like way over conservatively. That is the problem here. Alright, well now that my voice is officially shot, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here.